Hello everyone, it's good to have you back on my channel. Well, are you considering moving or planning to study at the new place but wondering how much it's going to cost you? In this video, we'll break down the estimated cost of moving to a new location, especially here in the summer capital of the Philippines, Baguio City. When it comes to moving, there are several costs to consider. Here are some of the most significant expenses you'll need to factor in. First is moving company fees. The cost of hiring professional movers will vary depending on the distance, weight, and the type of move. But if you have your own car where you can put all your things, or if you have a friend or a family member who can lend or rent you their vehicle, that's, I think, much cheaper. Next is rental truck fees. If you're doing a DIY move, you'll need to rent a truck plus the fuel cost. If you know how to drive a truck and you have the license to do so, go. Or you can also hire a driver who knows how the route goes to Baguio City. Of course, that's going to be on top of your budget for renting a truck. Next is packing materials. You'll need boxes, bubble wrap, tape, and other supplies to protect your belongings during the move. If you want to save more, you can use the original packaging or box of your equipment and appliances, or you can also buy those used boxes from the grocery store if they happen to be selling one. Next is your travel and accommodation. If you're moving to a new city, you may need to pay for travel and accommodation for yourself. And if you're moving with your family, another separate costing ulit yan. But if you're single like me, I only have myself and my pets, I think this is a closer budget plan and costing for you. But if you're going with a family or a partner, something like that, you can just double each computation elements that I'll be giving to you. That needs to be double its computation, which I'll be later on showing and explaining to you my personal budget costing I spend every month to give you some idea. Because I know in this kind of topic, practical advice is not enough. You also need to know the figures. In addition to the moving costs, there are other expenses to consider. We have here your security deposits. You may need to pay security deposits for your new rental property. Here in Baguio, the usual security deposit agreement is what we call 1 month advance, 1 month deposit. So, excuse me. I think I'm getting acid reflux right now. And anyway, so if the rent is, let's say, 5,000 monthly, then for your initial payment, you need to prepare 10,000. So for example, you moved into that rental property on July 1, 2021, you need to pay 5,000 for the whole month of July already, plus another 5,000 for your security deposit. It's very rare that a rental owner will allow you to refund that 1 month deposit, because they would usually tell you that you need to notify us 1 month before you leave the property so we can check if there's anything that we need to repair, which we will be deducting it from your deposit. If none, then that deposit will be for your last month's stay with us. Meaning, if you plan to leave by August 2024, then you no longer have to pay for that 5,000 at the start of August, because your 5,000 initial deposit will carry that already. Next is utility deposits. You'll need to set up a new utility account, which may require deposits for gas. If you don't have your own gas tank, I'm not sure if this is part of this, but I'll just include this one here, the gas tank. For your initial purchase, it would cost you the tank and its content all at once. Later on I'll be explaining that. With the internet services, if that rental property you found doesn't have an existing internet connection, then you'll need to contact an internet provider to check for a plan that you wanted to avail. And of course, on top of that, you'll need to pay for the installation fee, that in which will vary as well depending with the internet provider's fee. And also, there are a couple of areas here in Baguio City which doesn't have a line for PLDT or Sky Cable, another internet provider. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. So before moving, check for the areas that you think you're willing to stay, and if you need internet connection, contact those internet providers, which are the areas that you need to avoid if you want to avail their services here in Baguio. Also, you may ask the rental owner if what are the inclusions of the rental unit, because sometimes yung mga renta naman dito may mga internet connection na sila. So you just have to share with the monthly payment. Next is furniture and appliance costs. If you're moving to a new place, you may need to purchase new furniture appliances, which can add up quickly. Here in Baguio, there are rentals that already have a bed frame with foam mattresses, dining set, shelves, and cabinets included, even appliances such as refrigerator, oven, gas stove. But there are also other rentals who don't. So if the one you found is a bare unit, then you'll definitely need to buy new furniture and appliances if those are something that you won't be able to bring along with you during your move. Let's go to some of the tips and tricks to help you save money on your move. First one is start early. Plan your move well in advance to get the best rates from moving companies and rental trucks. Kasi minsan, those companies have promos and discounts. Avoid making impulsive decisions and instead, take the time to thoroughly think through and plan your approach. This will help you avoid unexpected expenses and minimize waste of time and resources. By having a well thought out plan and budget in place, you'll have a clear starting point to work from. If you have a family, friends, or know someone currently living in Baguio City, it would be a good idea to ask for advice or help. They might know of available and affordable rentals here. Additionally, in Baguio, there are Facebook pages and groups where many citizens have access, where homeowners or landlords post about their available rentals, and they can forward them to you. There are also individuals who accept finder's fees. If you contact them and find a unit that suits your preferences, you can personally visit to check the unit. It's worth considering these options. But if you can, please at least try and make some time to look at the properties or units yourself. That's highly recommended. Downsize. Consider decluttering and selling items you no longer need to reduce the weight and volume of your move. Get rid of your unnecessary items. You might as well properly dispose of them already or give away the clothes, bags, shoes, etc. that you no longer use. Declutter or even sell items that can still be sold. You can add that to your budget for the move. Next is pack smart. Use free boxes and packing materials whenever possible, and pack items carefully to minimize the damage. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with you using free boxes. Used boxes that can still serve its purpose to hold things together, because for sure you'll need boxes or containers to put your small individual things. So to make it easier to carry, you need to put them in a single box or container. You might as well save your money for the essential things you'll need here in Baguio instead of spending more on boxes and containers when you can use the free ones, okay? Furthermore, if you're renting a vehicle or hiring laborers to assist with loading your belongings, it's essential to be present or have a trusted representative on site to oversee the process. This is crucial so you can prevent loss or damage to your items, particularly the valuable possessions you have, such as personal computers, etc. By taking personal responsibility for your belongings, you can ensure that everything is properly loaded and handled with care. Now, let's go to some other useful information I have prepared for you. Here in Baguio, you can opt for a bed spacer arrangement. It's like a dorm type setup where you have your own bed but share facilities like the bathroom, kitchen, and parking space with others. Another option that you can have is a shared unit, wherein you rent a whole house with 2 bedrooms and you occupy 1 bedroom while sharing the other facilities like the bathroom, kitchen with your unit mate. Alternatively, you can choose a bachelor spot where you have a single room that includes a bed, kitchen, and bathroom all to yourself. However, if you prefer, you can also opt for a 1 bedroom unit which has an enclosed room, a private bathroom, and kitchen. If you want to be close to the city, like 10 to 15 minutes ride, which is also walkable, the rentals are more expensive. But if you're a bit farther from the city, the rents are cheaper. When I say a bit farther from the city, it usually takes 20, 30, 45 to 1 hour commute to the city. There are also rentals that are not that pet friendly, so it's best to ask the homeowner if you have a pet, if it's okay. Just tell them you're a responsible pet owner, you treat your pet like your own children, and so on. The same thing with visitors. Some rentals here are fine with visitors, some are not. But just make sure not to be too noisy or loud after 10 p.m. Residential areas here in Baguio City have a silent night. It's a silent night at 10 p.m. So that's a city regulation. That means that you are no longer to make any loud noises after that time. So if you have, let's say, guests coming from different city or other place, make sure that they are aware of that time. Even during special events, you are no longer allowed to play loud music or play karaoke or play games that would cause noise at 10 p.m. But of course, you guys can still continue with that celebration. You just need to make sure that you guys will not be making any loud noises anymore. If you want to be updated of the current happenings here in Baguio City, here are some of the Facebook pages you can follow. Ayan, so we have Baguio City Public Information Office, wherein you'll get the general announcement for the city. We also had the Baguio Water District, that is the water provider in the city. That is where you also see some of the announcements such as mandatory or temporary water supply suspension, such as those. Third is BENECO, or Benguet Electric Cooperative. This is the electricity provider in the city. You guys need to really follow this first 3 that I've mentioned, because these are the Facebook pages that I can provide you their official pages on the description below. Okay, so sometimes BENECO will also declare temporary suspension for the electricity due to this and that. Next, your internet provider FB page. Just if you're already talking with the internet provider, ask them their official page here in Baguio City that you can follow for updates and announcements. Fifth is your respective area Facebook page. Each barangay in the area has its own dedicated Facebook page or group where important announcements are shared, including those related to garbage collection, lost and found items, and other community concerns. It would be beneficial for you to request an invitation to join this page from your barangay neighbors or to your unit mate to stay informed about local updates and issues. Next is rental or for sale properties Facebook page. Although we do not have an official page dedicated to this specific purpose, I can provide you with the Facebook pages I'm currently utilizing, which I have proven to be active and reliable thus far. Avoid paying a reservation fee for those you have just contacted through online, because there are also some other people who use those Facebook pages to scam people. So stay vigilant and wise. Avoid making online payment. Okay? I will also include the link of these Facebook pages or groups in the description below. Now let's go to the exciting part. I'll give you two estimated budget costing comparing the one-bedroom rental unit near town or city proper versus one-bedroom unit far from town. This is based on my previous research because I've contacted rental owners and some other people to canvas for the prices. So these are the things I got, but eventually I'll be sharing to you as well what are the current costs I'm actually paying right now, because right now I live in a shared unit wherein there's a one whole house with 2 rooms, and I have the other room occupied. That is far from town, so that is why it is more cheap. It's cheaper. Okay, so I hope you see this, but if not, I'll give you the downloadable link where you can link this, or you can download this PDF file to see for yourself the computation I have prepared. So we have here one-bedroom rental unit near town. These are the estimated budget costing. The rent ranges from 8,000 to 10,000 for a single bedroom unit. Electricity, I've put here 600 pesos, but it may vary depending with the appliances you have. Also, you have to take note if it's near town or near the city, the rate there for electricity, water will be under a commercial rate, which is more expensive than the one that you can get, that you may be having if you live far from the city. Water, 500 pesos. Of course, again, may vary depending on your usage under commercial rate. Internet connection, have your 1300, that is already 50 Mbps, which is good for work from home setup if you will be working from home. Yeah. Installation fee, this is a one-time payment, by the way. This is based on I got from PLDT, which is 3,600. So that's a one-time payment. If you choose to be transferred to another location, that's gonna be another fee. That's I think that's what they call relocation fee. Transportation, if you will commute every day to work, if you are working or studying. By the way, this computation is for someone that is working, but I will still include the fare for the student. So if you are someone who's planning to study in Baguio City, you also get an idea from this computation. So transportation for the regular commuter, by the way, for the taxi or Grab, it varies depending on how the fare meter computes it. But for me here, since I live far from the city, which will take me 20 to 30 minutes if it's traffic to go to the city, it would usually or normally cost me around 150 to 180 pesos, sometimes 200. So let's get the modern jeepney. We still have the traditional jeepney, but let's assume for this computation and use the modern jeepney fare. So 15, that's one way times 2, because you have to go home for 30 days. That will cost you 900 pesos. For traditional jeepney, that's only 13 pesos. Okay, so again, this is a one-bedroom rental unit near the city. You can also see the discount for the fare if you're a student or person with disability. So here, gas tank with gas plus delivery. This computation is based from what I paid for my initial payment for my gas tank, since I do not have my own gas tank. So that's 3,600. Okay. And right now it's ranging 1,000 to 1,300 if you are just going to have your tank refilled. Let's say you have your empty tank already, and that's 1,000 to 1,300 is for the 11 kilograms dish. So if you buy from the market and bring your own pack lunch every day, you can have 3,000. That's for the whole month. Okay. The vegetable here in Baguio City is cheaper compared to other places. So you can have as much as vegetable every day. Rice, I base this from a 50 pesos per kilo. So if 50 pesos per kilo in a month, you can have 20 kilos a month. This is 20 kilos, by the way. I'm not that rice eater anymore, but I have my pets as well, so that is taking me around that number of kilos a month. Groceries, this includes your hygiene, laundry soap, your other groceries, food, processed food. You can have 2,000 a month. Okay, say the grocery that you will be buying is something, or those brands that are not too expensive, you can have as low as 2,000, and that's already good for you for the whole month. I also bought my stove burner, which would normally cost you 1,000 to 2,000, but if you will opt for the single stove burner, you can have it for as low as 1,000. Rice cooker, of course you need this. That's 1,500. Iron for the clothes, I do not have this yet, that's why I bought it for 700 pesos. Also here in Baguio City, there's a lot of laundry shop here, because you will definitely need to have your clothes be washed and dry at the same time, because here in Baguio City, it's not like Manila, wherein ilagay mo lang yung clothes mo outside, then mamaya-maya tuyo na. It's not that here. So usually here, it's 220 per week. That's 220 already includes your laundry, soap, Fabcon, and already folded. So that's 220 for a minimum of 8 kilos. Or maximum, I should say. So let's say weekly, you'll have your clothes washed. So that would cost you 220 times 4. And that's gonna be 880 monthly. So your total for this one is 29,980 pesos. But let's try to remove some of the things that you can most likely save from, just like this, the installation fee. Because if, let's say, the one that you'll be renting already have their own internet connection, then you don't need to pay for the installation fee. You just have to pay for your share for the whole or the monthly internet connection fee. So let's say 1,300 yung internet plan nyo, and apat kayo or 5 kayo mag-share doon, then this would definitely even go down to a lower amount. Transportation fee, of course, kailangan mo yan. Dish, rice, groceries, of course, those are necessary. Single stove burner, may mga rentals kasi na meron na rin sila. Yung iba may mga tangke na rin, so you don't have to pay. Hindi ko pala nalagay dito. So you don't have to pay for that tank. You just need to borrow their tanks and you'll just have to refill it. Okay, so rice cooker, of course, you need that. Iron for clothes. Laundry shop, 880. 20,700. Oh, by the way, I forgot to include here in the computation, kasi diba, this is your initial payment for the month. So that means if your rent is 8,000, you have to make it times 2. If the landlord or the rental owner will tell you that it's a 1 month advance, 1 month deposit agreement. So 29,980 plus 8,000, that's actually 37,980. For this side, wherein we remove some of the things that you can save from. So 21,700 plus 8,000. That's 29,780 for your initial month. Pero meron kasi talagang, if let's say student ka, you don't have much things to bring alongside with you, you can have this bed space. For the bed space, the last time I inquired, the one that is so near sa school, usually nagre-range sila sa 5,000 to 8,000 per head, which already includes your city services, which means your electricity, water, and internet connection. Okay, sorry for my voice. Let's go for the sample computation for 1-bedroom unit na malayo or far from the city. Mas mura siya, so the rent would normally range from 6,000. It actually ranges from 4,000 to 8,000. Ganyan. You just have to really be patient for looking for your ideal apartment or rental unit. Pero sa akin dito, far from town, pero malapit naman kami sa terminal ng jeep. Ang binabayaran ko monthly for the rent is 3,600. That's for the whole month na. Electricity, same lang, 500. Hindi pala to commercial rate. Ano siya, much cheaper. Ano bang tawag dun sa kabalitiran ng commercial rate? If you know that, please comment on the section below so people will know. The water, 500. Of course, will vary depending on your usage. Internet connection, that's same, 1,300. 50 Mbps, that's already good for work from home setup. Installation fee is the same. Transportation, let's go to the transportation. Okay, for the modern jeepney, that's... Oh, wait. That's not 15. Oh, no. So for the modern jeepney, let's do this one. The one that's on the other side. 27 times 2 times 30. Tama naman pala yung computation. So, 1,620 a month. So, if you're a student, traditional jeepney would cost you this. 22 times 2 times 30 for 30 days. You also have your fare for the students or person with disability or PWD. The dish, same. Rice, groceries, single stove, rice cooker, iron for clothes. Those things are the same lang. So for this one, it's 28,600. Kaya ang magiging initial payment mo is, oh my gosh, my nose. 28,600 plus 6,000. That's 34,600. Pero kung tatanggalin natin yung mga ibang budget, so you have rent, electricity, same. We remove the gas tank with gas delivery kasi ang kailangan mo lang dyan, if meron na silang gas tank na mapapahiram sa'yo, is just the refill. Okay, you can also remove the single stove burner. So for this one, your estimated cost is 20,400 plus your 1 month deposit, which is 6,000. So that's 26,400 for your initial month. But of course, as a month goes by, mas makakatipid ka na. Kasi yun, initial budget mo kasi to. Meaning you have to buy these essential things you need to have upon your arrival here in Baguio City. So these are the computation for the essential things. Okay? Yung mga essential lang yung mga nilagay ko dito. But if you are someone who wants to buy food outside, definitely it will gonna cost you more. Or if you want to always ride a taxi, of course, that's way more expensive than just riding a jeepney. Also, if hindi ko din dito sinama yung mga panggala-gala mo, pangkain mo sa labas, ganyan pang outing mo, kasi that's yours na. That depends on your budgeting. Okay. Alright. So again, I will add the link where you can download this file in the description below. Because that's how nice I am. Joke. Kidding. Just check the file so you can have a closer look at it. That's it for today's video on the cost of moving to a new place. Remember to factor in all your expenses discussed. And don't forget to plan ahead to save money. If you have any questions or tips to share, please leave them in the comments below. That's it for today's video on the cost of moving to a new place. Remember to factor in all the expenses we discussed. And don't forget to plan ahead to save money. If you have any questions or tips to share, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer your question as early as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on lifestyle and more. See ya!